Guess what? This family loves cheese. What are you waiting for? Do you have a list? Have you started? Do we have any direction? Hey, it's me, Cheezin Dreams. Hey, chicas. Hey, cheesers. Hey, dreamers. How you guys doing? Okay. So, I figure no matter what mood we're in, we can all use something to eat, right? Right. So today, no, I'm not a chef, so don't even start. So today we are going to try a simple recipe, which is chicken enchiladas. Just a few ingredients. Come along, I'm going to show you. We start out with some chicken breasts or whatever chicken you like. I prefer chicken breasts. And for the sake of time, I've already cooked these. So we're going to put these over here. So over here, I let these cook on warm overnight. Ooh, take a look at that. I know. Can you smell it? It smells so good. Anyways, I was able to do this overnight in the crock pot. So I'm a girl. Most of the time, cooking just don't fit my lifestyle, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. So we have our chicken breast. We have some green chili enchilada sauce. And I have a second can. 2 different brands, but they do the same thing. Along with this, we're going to have some refried beans. We might have a little Spanish rice, but I'm not feeling it this time. So we might just deal with the beans and the good old chicken enchiladas. You can never go wrong with a good enchilada. So we have some tortilla shells here. Any kind you like will do the job. This is Romero's, but I don't pick any particular one. Most of the time it's the one that's on sale and the one looks kind of thin. So it comes 12. So we know we'll make at least, 8. So we know we'll make at least 8 enchiladas, but never fear because you don't have to eat the whole thing. You can cut them up in pieces once they cook. And if you know my family, you know what we like. We like that good old cheese. Hint, Cheezin Dreams. So dreamers, we have some cheese, Fiesta blend, and you can never have too much cheese unless you're kind of watching your waistline. Anyways, we got that here. So we'll be having extra if we need it. So I learned a little trick for those people who don't like to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, limited supplies, don't like to do a lot of chopping and cutting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this chicken here. You see it. And we're going to use this chopper here. Thanks, Ash Cash. She gave me this great idea, and I haven't stopped doing it since. So we're going to take the chicken breast. We're going to cut them up in decent sized pieces. Put them in the chopper. And instead of me shredding it by hand, we're going to let this good old utensil do what it's been paid to do. Work. So for the sake of you messy misters and messy betties or bossy betties or petty betties, just kidding, I went ahead and wiped all of this stuff off. So all of this has been wiped off. All of this stuff that we're going to be cooking with has been cleaned off, including the cutting board. So we're going to go ahead for the sake of the video and get to work. Come on. You're going to love it. Okay, so I think we can sit you right here. Let's hope so. Let's get this adjusted a little bit better. My camera girl was supposed to be helping me, but you know how that is. Good help is hard to find, honey. So we're gonna put you somewhere here. Just hold on, and we're gonna try to get you somewhere where you can see what I'm doing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some tongs. Grab this good old chicken that we were talking about earlier. We're gonna take that out, and I did wash my hands, so like I said, messy Mister and Petty Betty, don't get started. Okay? All right, Ma, so we're gonna do right here. Cause you know what, we already cheesing, cause you know what? We dreaming and cheesing, cause it's gonna be so good. So we're gonna put this in here. And don't put too much if you're gonna use your chopper. Close that up and stand by. It's gonna be a little loud in here once I get this on here right. Okay, you see that? You see that? Did you see that? We are going. Look at this. Look at this. Now you know what? Now you might say, "Oh, you gonna ruin your chopper. You know it's not made for that." Listen, this. Don't start, Petty Betty. This little thing was probably about $15. So I have done this so many times. And we have gotten through so many little quick cooking ingredients and recipes and getting this done. Like I said, my hands are clean. And it saves so much time instead of trying to shred the chicken up and it don't take long at all. You talking about getting this recipe going. Look at that. So I'm gonna continue doing this, and I'm telling you, it won't take long. If you just take this chicken and break it up a little bit, use your knife, wash your hands real good. It's already cooked because we let it cook in that crock pot. And you know what they say about meat. You let that marinate in those juices, and then you go back and finish your cooking the next day. Your recipe, it just do something to when all that seasoning get in your meat or whatever you're cooking. So we're gonna make a little more noise here. But I think we only have to do this maybe once or twice. And if you see a couple of pieces that didn't get chopped enough or shredded up a little bit, just quickly take those out. Put those back in the chopper with the rest of the meat that you're going to finish chopping. And there's no need to get a headache about this. There's no need to be tired. You can be helping with homework since look like our kids are not going to be going back to school. You can monitor them or do other things while you're preparing this quick meal. Now, if your chopper gets a little off, it just needs a couple little clicks. Okay, so here we are here. Here we are here with the meat. So this is what we've been doing. We've been just chopping it here. And then we're just taking it. Normally I'd have a bowl or something, but I have both of these containers ready to go, so I already washed. So I just decided I'll start out with this container with the meat. And voila, we are done. So we're just gonna set this over here. I'm not leaving you guys. That we had whole chicken breasts in a crock pot. In less than 5 minutes, we have shredded chicken. So what I'm gonna do is scrape the rest of that little bit there. Put this over here in the sink. I'll be right back with you guys. Don't go anywhere. Wash my hands since I was touching the chicken. Wash that up a little bit. So what are your favorite recipes? Do you prefer like tacos, enchiladas? Do you like southern dishes like dressing, greens, smothered chicken? Are you more of a pasta lover, like spaghetti, pizza, something, you know, I think I haven't met a person that didn't love a good pizza. I had to wash this off. So I haven't met not one person that didn't love a pizza. Now, different kinds of pizza, cheese, or whatever. So some people love spicy food. I like Thai food, Vietnamese food. They have like a lot of good food there. Jerk chicken, jerk goat. So, I mean, what's your favorite? And then tell me this, do you like to cook? Because if you don't like to cook, or you're not that interested in cooking, you got my vote on that one. But we have to eat, and we can't continue to eat out all the time. You need to know how to cook something, right? So, you tell me, what do you like in the comments? Do you like simple things? Processed food? Are you a vegetarian? Do you prefer vegetables and fruits? Do you have a garden? Do you grow your own food? Do you have a farm? Do you raise your own chickens? So this right here is the enchilada sauce. Once again, we've already cleaned everything. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this dish that it's going to go in, like so. And we are going to pour a little bit of sauce inside this dish, like so. So just kind of pour it in there, layer it a little bit. You don't have to, you know, put all of it, but just kind of layer it. And what this is going to do is going to let the sauce kind of marry with the tortilla shell once we get the enchiladas going. And then we're going to take our cheese, get that opened up. And you can do whatever cheese you like. For the most thing, when I cook things like this, I just get the Fiesta blend. You can grate your own cheese. Once again, I like to keep it simple. So we just got great value. It doesn't matter what brand it is. Just keep it simple. Don't make it complicated. And you just want to make it as easy as possible. Now, when you get to be a professional and you want everything to be fresh, you can take your time. That's not what I'm here for. I am here to try to just get this stuff in the oven. Now, I'm going to step aside because I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven on 350 because it doesn't take long to get it heated and going. Stay right there. Don't leave. Okay. So, got the oven preheating. By the time that preheats, hopefully I'll get these all rolled and ready to go. So I already cleaned my hands. And we're just going to take this shell. And this is a flour tortilla. You decide how fat you want to make them. I just kind of make it so when you're slicing and your kids are eating it, you can kind of not waste food. So we'll just kind of make it where everything just kind of rolls in here. And you want to make it so you can actually close the tortilla shell. You don't want to make it where you're trying to, you have so much in here, you can't close it. Now this right here is that same green enchilada sauce, and we're just getting it right in that meat. Same cheese that we had a few seconds ago. Look at that, so simple. This is easy peasy. And then we're just going to take this shell. You have your ends here. You have it right there. We're going to take the ends of the shell and we're just going to roll. Now, some people say rolling, rolling, rolling. Some people say ropey dope. And I've even seen little kids play with a roly-poly. But in this instance, we simply rolling this enchilada, this tortilla shell to make enchilada. Now, if you try to do it just right, your corners will stay closed. Your meat and everything will stay in there. And where the opening is, when you finish rolling them, you want to tuck that at the bottom. So when you lay that enchilada down in that good old sauce, the shell won't be able to open up. And you don't want it to open up. You want everything to stay in the shell. Stick with me now. Don't lose me now. You can, while I'm rolling these, oh, let's get this sauce on here. While I'm rolling these, you can go ahead and get you a pen and paper or your phone and write down the ingredients. What were the ingredients? Flour tortillas. Some people do corn. It's totally up to you. Whatever you like. Flour tortillas in this case. Green enchilada sauce. Now with chicken I use green enchilada sauce. So if I'm going to make beef enchiladas, I use red enchilada sauce. And for those of you that get indigestion and things like that, like me sometimes, I find that the green enchilada sauce is a lot better on your digestive system, and it's a lot easier on your stomach. Okay, look at that. See that opening there? We're gonna smack that baby right down here, and we're gonna tell it to be still. So we have rolled 2. That means we only have 6 to go. And we're gonna start again with the meat. And now that we've done 2, we're gonna speed this up so you can kind of get an idea really how long something like this takes. Now, sometimes when I see people cooking and they go back and forth, they make it look so doggone easy, and I be like, okay, I'm gonna try that. But baby, I found out that sometimes they be taking breaks and they make it look like it was quick because the video is quick. But when I get to doing it, I get frustrated because when I'm doing it, it's like things be happening to the ingredients. And now if you have a little extra shell, you can just add a little bit more meat in there, and that lets you know that you just need a little more meat. We fold in these corners and we rolling it. We rolling it. We rolling it. And we almost at the end. Bam. Keep on going. Don't stop. Don't stop, because you know what? You're going to have something good here in a minute. You're going to have you a good meal. And guess what? I think that when you make food, and I don't always make food, so I'm just talking for me, because I don't go in the kitchen. I don't cook all the time. I just don't like to do it. I'm not that kind of cook. But one thing I think that everyone gets is gratification when they see people eating their food and they're not making funny faces. They're actually enjoying it. And it's almost like when you hear people say, oh, you put your foot in it, or you did that, or oh my, this is so amazing. I think it's all about love. You know, some people show love by hugging, kissing, giving you presents. They show love by not saying anything at all. And I'm just a firm believer that most of the time when people cook at home, and not every time, but most of the time when they cook at home or cook for other people, and it's not their everyday job, for the most part, you're kind of waiting to watch people eat, waiting for that response, trying to gauge, is it good? Sometimes you know it's not good, but hey, most of the time you want it to be good, and every once in a while you have a flop. So we have rolled 4 of the 8, and I think that I'm gonna speed this up. And it should take me, I'm saying, another 2 minutes to get the rest of these done. And then I'll come back. Okay? Stay tuned, Cheezin. So we are down to the last enchilada number 8, we'll call it. And we are rolling it just like we did all of the ones all through this one. And I forgot to tell you guys something. So the meat, the chicken, you season it just like anything else you season. Whatever the seasonings you like, Lori seasoning, total seasoning, garlic, onion, just whatever seasoning you normally like to season your meat with. And if you don't know, just try a little bit of everything. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion. Just don't make it too salty. So that's what I did when I cooked the raw chicken in the crock pot. And I forgot about another secret ingredient, which are these green onions, scallions. I don't know really what, I've called them both. I could be wrong, but this is what I refer to. So again, just take this and we rinse that chopper out. And we're gonna use it to help us speed up this again. And I just cut it up in pieces so that the chopper can hit it real quick. And we're just gonna put those pieces in the chopper, that same chopper that helped us get the chicken done real quick, which is right here. And if anybody wants to know, this is actually a KitchenAid chopper. It's pretty good. I don't know what the wattage is, but that's what we're using. And if you can see, they're in there. Sometimes you just need to move them around a little bit, try to get them as close to the blade as possible. But it really is pretty quick. I usually do that sometimes. Okay, so we should be pretty good. They don't have to be perfect. If you want to hand chop them, you go right ahead. I don't want to, and for the sake of time, I already did most of them. So we're just going to add these to the ones that I already did. You know, it just seems like when you're videoing at home and you're making these videos, people get so hyper. Have you guys noticed that in your household? They could be doing anything else, and as soon as the camera turns on, all of a sudden, everybody or somebody needs to be in that area. So thank God I'm almost done, and I'm going to go and do something else. So let's finish this up. We're going to now take the rest of the sauce that was in that first can, and this can is 28 ounces. So we're just going to take the rest of the sauce and get all of it out of here. And we're going to actually spread it more with the spoon, but we're going to get this can. There we go. And you can even stir it up a little bit. Now the consistency of the cans might change, but it's still going to be super good. And you want to make sure you get the sauce on all the edges, because what happens is when it's cooking, you don't want the one part to be nice and moist and then the edges crunchy. So you just want to make sure you get sauce. Just try to get enough sauce throughout. And you'll probably have extra sauce. You can put that in the refrigerator or the freezer for another cooking recipe. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm just spreading the sauce, trying to make sure all of the corners, because you just hate to get it out of the oven and you see where part of it, I'm just pressing it down a little bit. Well, let me move this out of the way. So you see where part of it is sticking out of the sauce and it just didn't get the right enough sauce. So this looks pretty covered. And I'll show you guys that. We'll show you in a minute when we get it all done. But now, we're going to take some more of this good old cheese. Remember this, old friend? We're going to take that, and now we're just going to, it's up to you. If you don't like a lot of cheese, you can just get enough for the flavor. If you like quite a bit of cheese, it's going to be really cheesy. And remember, you have cheese on the inside. And now we have cheese on top. So it's just pretty much, you know, I don't have a measurement for it. Unfortunately, this recipe, I just don't have the exact measurements, but it's one of those recipes you can kind of just go by what it looks like. And it looks like there's cheese pretty much on every section. And then you take your green onions. Not only does it give it flavor, but it makes the recipe look so colorful. And something about food, when it's beautiful and it's colorful, you just want to eat it. So if you don't like a lot of onions, this really cooks well and it tastes well. But if you really don't like a lot of onions, you can put onions on part of it. You can not use onions. If you don't mind them, then you could just use them all. It's not gonna hurt it, because once again, it'll be on the kind of on the outside. It'll bake with the cheese, but it's just so colorful and it's pretty and it's fresh, and you just feel so good because I'm washing my hands. So, because it doesn't take long. And one thing about a good dish, if you can make it look pretty, it makes everybody want to eat it. So, here we are. We have chicken enchiladas, seasoned chicken breast, seasoned with all types of seasoning and cooked onions. And then we have shredded chicken breast in a tortilla shell with cheese and green enchilada sauce. And then this is what it looks like right before it goes in the oven. So now we've already preheated our oven to 350. And the timer, we're gonna set the timer, we had it, how about 25 minutes? We can set it for 25 minutes, and guess what? We can come back and check it, but it's already preheated. So now we're gonna go back over here, and let's see if I can do them both. Oh yeah, this looks so good. So we're gonna put this in the oven. Oh, right there, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. So we're gonna put that on there, and we wait 25 minutes. Let's check and see what we're looking like. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that steam. So I am looking at this, and I think we're gonna go for another maybe 30 minutes. So 28 to 30 minutes. I think inside we need to make sure the shell and the sauce marry together with the cheese. So we're gonna try to let it cook a little bit more throughout, and maybe for the last 5 minutes, put it on a little broil low for maybe 2 minutes to get it nice and married together on top, and we will show you the finishing product. Ooh, looky here, looky here. It's out of the oven, all cheesy and gooey. So we have chicken enchiladas, finished product. We end up baking this for about 40 to 45 minutes. It's all oozy and cheesy. And now we have a plate of chicken enchiladas topped off with sour cream, both on the beans with a little bit of cheese, a twist of lime. Now, right now, this plate right here, Ma, you know this plate gonna be good, right? You know this plate gonna be good. Didn't take it long. The longest it took was to cook, but the preparation time is about 15 minutes if you do it the way I showed you. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We're gonna keep this simple, so don't even start being petty. When you start seeing these on these videos, these cooking videos, this is the real deal. I'm just showing out. So it was fun cooking with you, Ma. Bye, Cheezin, bye, Dreamers. Until next time, if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, hit that bell, hit that notification bell, hit that bell, and subscribe. Bye, Ma.